Here we are at one of the overlooks. Have to say, pretty impressed so far.
That chair too?
Yep.
Well,
Hi, everybody.
hi. We had a full day in Badlands today. What do you think of this park?
It is pretty interesting. I have to say, driving out here at first, you're like, what's it going to be like? How big is it going to be? Is it going to actually have the depth that you want, for hiking and, getting out somewhere and seeing just everything open out? And I'd say delivered. Did pretty good. There's some absolutely great overlooks if you just want to drive through and stop in. Very minimal walking if you want it to be that kind of a trip. And we've hiked over 10 miles today, I think, all told.
Mm-hmm.
It's.
I think some points to note about this park is there are two things that I noticed. When he was talking about how you could drive and park at different points and not very far walk to get a great view. Those walks, all of them, majority of them are actually wood planks. So somebody who is disabled could easily go see great views with virtually no trouble to get there.
Handicapable.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't know what you want to say.
Yeah.
We mean no offense by it.
Is disabilities bad?
I don't know. Can you say people are disabled? I don't know.
Well, there's like disabled veterans. Do you think that that's bad to use disabled?
I personally prefer super abled but painful veterans.
Okay. Well, no disrespect if that was disrespectful in any way.
We're going to cut this part out.
No, this is fine. Just saying you can get there. If you have a walker, a stroller, a wheelchair, you can get on crutches, you can get there. How's that?
I do have to say this is one of the more accessible sites to see. I mean, you're not going to be able to see everything, but they have boardwalks and very controlled access points basically everywhere you can park. So even at the Castle Trail, which is a pretty hard trail. I mean, hard is relative, but it's
a long trail.
It's a long trail, and there's some rough parts to it. You can park off of that northeast road, and they've got a bridge that can take you, with a wooden walkway to one side, and then they've got a ramp that take you to the other. And off of both of those, within a quarter of a mile, you can see the best parts of most of those trails. So it's a little dirty, it's a little rocky, but you'll see it in some of the other videos. Those like canyon-looking areas. That's all right by the northeast road. I mean, you can do it with minimal hiking. And again, they've made it to where you can, if you need wheelchair access, they've got ramps coming from the road. It's easy to get to.
We also noticed when we were on the Castle Trail is everything is well marked out here. We didn't get lost once because there was a marker. At any point that you would think, oh, now we're ready to go, you look to the right, oh, look, there's the marker. And then way out where you feel like nobody's going to touch this part of the trail. All of the different parts that we went to that were really muddy, they had wood planks there, and it was just cool that they've thought about all of these different things to make your hiking adventure more enjoyable. So
Yeah.
I liked that.
One thing, there were a bunch of people that looked like they were suffering pretty good because they didn't have any water. They didn't have food.
Yes.
They were just out there in like shorts and t-shirts, wondering why, that hike was kind of crappy.
Bring water
They didn't
when
know
you're
preparation.
hiking.
You got to have calories and you got to hydrate, guys. If you're gonna hike, especially, right around here, there's some trees and stuff, but if the majority of it is going to be non-treed, as you see, everywhere where you're going to be hiking, except for whenever you happen to be lucky enough to be in the shade, you're going to be in direct sunlight. And just bring water. Be smart about it.
And then I'd like to touch on the trails. I think Castle, the halfway point. So if you start in the parking lot that has like 3 trailheads right there.
Probably should have researched this.
What?
Whatever that parking lot's called. It's the
lot.
only one like it.
It has door trail, notch trail, window trail.
Yeah.
The parking lot that has all those trails.
Castle trail.
It's the only parking lot out here that has all of those trails.
It'll be pretty full.
Anyway, so if you start there and work down on Castle, it was nice. It's a good brisk. It's a good walk. But then you get to this dirt pathway then you get to this dirt street, and there's another part where you can park, and it like breaks up the trail. Once you go past the dirt trail, it's this whole different trail to Castle. Like, it's a whole different look, and that was really exciting to me. So I really enjoyed that part of Castle. So if you do start at the beginning where we did, just keep going, because it is really, really awesome. But then also, a notch trail was the first one that we did, and I really enjoyed that trail. It was you were in the middle of the rocks. What do you call it? Middle of the rocks, right?
It's like a cut through. I don't know.
Yeah, we were gonna like cut through valley
it's like
type
thing. It's like being in a canyon or a slot canyon or something.
Yeah, but that one had beautiful views when you would go all the way up, and it was pretty neat.
But that one's pretty sketchy getting up into. So
yeah, they have a wooden,
there were a lot of people
ladder,
that would get halfway up and realize, oh no.
and then they had a hard time getting down.
Yeah.
So, but then there are people that made it with babies on their backs. So I guess it just depends on the type of person and avid hiker that you are. If you're afraid of heights, I don't recommend that very end of the trail.
Yeah. Yeah.
So. Oh, and then the cabins out here, we're really happy with the cabins. They take really great care of their park, and there's 2 stores. There's one that's owned by the park, and then there's one that is separate. Both of them have about the same stuff souvenir-wise. The national park store is a little bit cheaper on souvenir-wise, but the other store that they has all the camping gear that you can buy, which the other store didn't, and more food, things like that. And they have a restaurant on site,
Beer.
Simple restaurant. Yes, you can buy beer there.
Something other than like Miller Lite and Bud Light, which is what you can get at the store in town.
Yeah. So, I enjoyed Badlands. That's our review.
It was a lot of fun. I recommend it for everybody.
Woo!
No cop, no stop. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my word. Ridiculous.